drop a 777 in the chat. If y'all are ready for Miami, if y'all are ready for that Platinum 2000 retreat, I think that we are blessed, guys. The future is bright. I'm super excited. We're 87 days away from June 13th, which is our New York regional. We are 180 days away from September 4th, which is our Houston International Convention. And we're just a few moments away from receiving one of the best trainings on edification you guys are ever going to receive. Having tons of amazing phone calls. Tomorrow we actually have a webinar with Jason and Matt in the afternoon to discuss some private training, some private op calls, a lot of the things to really just kick off massive momentum. Remember, it's not about April 1st helping 1,000 people. It's about helping 1,000 people. It's really about growing as an organization, growing as a community, and really helping people right now in a time of need. You know, right now, so many people are searching, right? So many people are searching for help, right? They're searching for the opportunity. They're searching, to be able to catch up on their bills or find a way to actually pay their bills. They're searching. But it requires you to become an individual, become a leader, become a person that can actually help that person. That's the most important thing. Can you help that person? And a lot of times, there's a couple skill sets that really, 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 really matter. And edification is one of those skill sets that allow you to excel your business at a rate, not only because it gets the person excited, but it gets the person to show up focused and ready to go. If you're having issues with people showing up for op calls, three-way calls, actually watching, watchingworks.com, showing up to events, whatever the issue may be, it may be edification that you're missing. And Nancy is someone that is extremely consistent with getting people on the calls, and she edifies in a way that's genuine. She knows how to target the personality type. She knows how to get the person interested. She knows how to get people to show up. And so it's really, really important to have your notebook out for this. Turn your cameras on, take this seriously, get your notebooks out. If you're typing on your computer, your phone, whatever, right? But be ready to receive, guys. Really, really be ready to receive, because this is personally information that makes your life simpler, right? If you know how to edify, guess what? You don't got to do the work. You get to put me on the call and I get to do the work, right? So edification changes the game for each and every single one of us. And like I said, I can express this 1,000 times over. There's really not a better person to be able to break that down. One of the biggest lady bosses in the game, taking over Chicago, someone that I have a lot of admiration for, and I know each and every single one of you do. Edification, honestly, it really isn't necessary, but since we're doing an edification call, I hope you all get the point on the power of edification here. But genuinely, she's the person doing it. Genuinely, I'm super excited for this individual. One of the QC's next chairman lineups. Like this is someone who you guys are going to see. A lot of people say, "Oh man, I wonder what it would be like to, have known Jim Rohn, right? When Jim Rohn was blowing up." What's the name of the lady who mentors Eric Worre? She's really, really big. I can't remember her name. If everyone knows, not been there. Everyone's like, "Oh, I wish I could have been with her while she was on the come up." Guys, you're next to that person right now, right? You're next to that person right now. Be aware 10, 20, 30 years, 40 years from now, she's probably going to write some books. She's probably going to be in some Hall of Fame. She's probably going to get some shit done. And the youngest next generation is going to be like, damn, I wonder what it would be like. And that's going to be you too if you don't become aware of who you have in front of you and who's really in your corner. So with that being said, Nancy, I'm going to let you take over. Absolutely slay this shit. The floor is yours.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Guys, I'm so grateful to be here. Thank you, Tim, for the beautiful edification. And thank you for being you, everything that you do, spamming all the chats, making sure that we do the same. But guys, I love how much fun we can have. That was a dance party. That was Caesar's favorite. We love dancing around here. Feel good? Do we feel good?
I feel good.
Do we feel Miami vibes?
Yes.
I'll see you guys in Miami in May or June.
June.
Maybe
All right,
July,
so let's.
Maybe July. Just saying, maybe July.
No,
Maybe
that's
July.
my birthday.
Whoa, that's weird.
I have it prepped, Nancy. Don't worry, I'm working on it.
All right, manifesting a yacht party.
Yacht party.
All right, guys, let's get to business. Tim mentioned the purpose of edification. Why do we edify? Because that way we take the load off of our shoulders and we delegate it to somebody else. It's beautiful. You want to leverage your way to chairman, guys. You cannot do 250 calls every single day. We do not have that much time in our hands. What we do have is knowledge and leverage. So leverage the fact that you work closely with Mike, with Tim, with John Cuevas, with Kevin Navarrete, with the people that are in your corner. Know who those people are, first of all. If you don't know your quote-unquote uplines, ask somebody. Who am I putting to work? Because I'm not doing this by myself. You feel me? Like, especially coming into something like this new, when you're overwhelmed with information on trading, on this whole business thing. I never been an MLM before. That those I'm just not wired that way. But what did I do? Mike, every time. All I did was be like, Mike, Tim, little text away. And then I edified them so that people knew who they were. And then they would do the work for me. So leverage your way to chairman, guys. It's going to happen. Don't put all the work on yourself. Don't stress yourself out. You do not have to have so much on your plate that you can't eat it all. So what is edification? Google says edification is defined as to instruct someone in a way that enlightens them or uplifts them normally, spiritually, or intellectually. We want to give that person credit. Why? Because if Melanie, for example, doesn't know who John Cuevas is, I'm not going to be like, hey, Mel, this is John, my buddy. Is she going to listen to him? No, he looks like he's 12. So what am I going to do? I'm going to make sure that Melanie knows who the hell John Cuevas is. Do you know that this is Johnny Caves? This is someone who's been working in the industry for 2 years. At the young age of 18, he put everything else aside. He had the vision long-term, which is something that I did not have at 18 years old. And he just put himself in a position of leadership. He has a team of over 300 people that he's responsible for, and he makes sure that they duplicate trading professionally in a responsible manner. So at the young age of 21, he's officially retired and is on his way to retiring his mama. Let's go! That's just one example. That's edification of John Cuevas, because this baby face. Let's go! Like, people wouldn't be able to give him credit right off the first impression. So you gotta give it up to the people that you're working with, right? You want to make them feel good too. You think John Cuevas is gonna put the same position? He's gonna put the same enthusiasm onto a call when he's edified, like, yo, this is my buddy. I've been on those calls before, like, yo, this is Nance.
That sucks.
No, I'm just like, hey, let me get in there, like, let me introduce you to me, because otherwise we're complete strangers, right? But when someone edifies me and says, yo, this is the person that I've been working with, the person that has kind of been leading the way, you know, so on and so forth, then I feel good. Then the person knows that they have to listen up. They have to take notes. Otherwise, I've seen people on calls that are washing dishes that still have TV running in the background, like, that aren't even, you know, taking notes or anything. Why? Because there wasn't proper edification, especially with people our age. For example, if you have a house event and you just tell your friends to come over and say, like, hey, come over to my house, people think we're gonna hang out. You gotta tell them, hey, I have 6-figure earners that own multiple businesses that are open to talking to you today. They could be doing anything else, but I asked them for this favor because I want you to talk to them. Now they're gonna show up and they're gonna be like, should I dress professionally? Those are the kind of questions that we don't have, right? So edification is just putting someone on a pedestal so that they feel good, and that the person that you're presenting them to knows that they got to straighten up too. So in network marketing, edification is used to provide credibility for the person, event, or company, right? It could be for Tim. It could be for the New York regional that we just went to. It could be for IM. You want to edify IM too. It's a $250 million company. Use that all the time. You don't just casually get to $250 million, right? So it's a way to build them up, to introduce them and give them stature. It's just vital that you edify your leaders in order to give them credibility and position, especially because a lot of the leaders here are under 30. So the way that we've been brought up, you know, that factory setting, you know, you don't really get a full-time girl, what am I saying? like an adult job until you're older than 30. Like that's not the case anymore. People are just leveraging technology more and more now. So they get younger every single time. How many 19-year-olds do we have on this call? Yeah. And how many of them are in a leadership position? Yes. It's so crazy, but they deserve to be there. So you just want to make sure that you're always edifying. And it sounds super redundant, but guys, so many people don't do it, or at least don't know how. So what I want to do later on is open up the floor so that we can practice, because practice makes perfect. And this is something that we were doing last night here in a small group. So feel free to like send voice messages to me edifying random people, because it really just is a formula. And you don't want to, like, if you think that this is inorganic to just edify random people, then I think you're thinking of it the wrong way. Because I might not know, let's see, like Cameron on a personal level yet, but I would like to, right? Because if I knew more personally, then I could just straight out spit facts about them. Some of you might not know Cece, some of you might not know Miguel, some of you might not know Caesar. But if you get to know them, then it will come much more organically. And guess what? Now you have an additional person in your corner. Leverage your way to chairman. So when edifying, you want to start with why, always. So why are you introducing person A to person B? Why did you choose that person to begin with? So for example, Cody, I'd love to introduce you to one of my mentors, Johnny Caves, because I feel like you'd really resonate with him. He's someone that's really young, but he's always taking initiative on learning the next best thing.
Damn.
Something like that. Start with why. Why are you introducing them? Yeah, right. So know your audience too. If you don't know this person, then you could be really vague. And I think that John has a few like pointers on, you know, if you don't know person A or person B too well, then just say something pretty vague that's going to make them both feel good. Next, this is kind of like the formula to edifying someone. And we'll put it into practice, guys. Just tell that person about their background. Where did they come from? Tell them about what I am or what trading has done for them. And then tell that person about where they're going. Because we haven't reached our full potential, right? People don't just join a company for it to stay at its current position forever. People join a company because they want to get ahead of the curve, and then, you know, you want to buy low at a low point and ride that up.
Yeah.
So you want to always say, where are they going? You want to make that person feel like they're getting in at the right time with the right people. You want to make sure that they're aware of that, like Tim always says. So know their background, where they're coming from, what this has done for them, and where they are going. So let's do a few examples. Let me just introduce, let's see, who do we have on here? We got Aaliyah on here. Yeah, perfect. All right, Aaliyah, I'd love to introduce you to one of my best friends and closest business partners, Mercedes. I feel like you'd really resonate with her because you both come from similar backgrounds. You're both bosses in your own way, and I know that you'll like to see other women win as well. So I think your conversation will flow so smoothly between you two. I'll leave you two at it. Just hand it off. Hand it off and shut the hell up in the best way possible. And that's another thing. Guys, when you get people on a call, you don't want to interrupt them because then you're discrediting that person. Notice that when Tim gives an opportunity call, nobody interrupts him. Because if we were all just to unmute ourselves and have sideways conversation, one, the call would run really long, and two, that's disrespectful. So when you are handing off a call in a three-way, like Zoom call or whatever it may be, hand it off properly, edify the hell out of the person, and be quiet, unless spoken upon to. It does not mean that you're any less than anyone else. I don't mean to disrespect you either. You just want to make sure that the conversation moves as smoothly as possible. Yes, and it takes leverage away, exactly. So edify, introduce, edify, and hand it off. You know, whenever it is your turn to have that, to be part of the conversation again, you'll have your turn. So again, let's go back to knowing your audience. Some people, and I usually don't like doing this, but some people are all about numbers, right? For example, I had a call today, and excuse me, I had Mike on it too. And I knew this guy was all about numbers. Like he wanted to know the value, how much he could make, so on and so forth. So I had to flex on him a little bit. I had to tell him like, yo, you are talking to a 6-figure earner, someone that retired at the age of 22. He works for $250 million company. He's a top 5 viewed authors or educators on said platform. And he's bought his parents 2 houses in a matter of 2 years.
Savage.
Not only that, but he's actually also been on television in Colombia, on the radio in Barcelona, and is scheduled to be on other news stations too. Why? Because he's leading an era, or what would I say? He's leading, what would I say? He's leading like, you know, like youngsters. He's duplicating. He's leading it. He's duplicating younger and younger students into doing the same thing. I always flex with the duplication because nobody cares that only Mike makes money.
100%.
You want to make sure that people are learning too, leading a new generation. Thank you, Betsy. So know your audience. There are going to be some people that want to see numbers. However, if it was a friend, I wouldn't introduce that person to Mike the same way because my friend would think that I'm just showing off. You know what I mean? So if it was a friend, I'd say like, yo, this is the person that I work with closest. This is someone that I follow every single day and who has been teaching me to become the best version of myself. Not only that, but he has impacted dozens of thousands of lives on a global scale. This is the person that just teaches me how to be a better businesswoman, how to invest in other assets, how not to put all my eggs in one basket, and to be the boss that I am today. And I know that he could do the same thing for you. So I wouldn't talk to the same people the same way, or to different people in the same way. And know your audience. So a few pointers. Okay, so what should we do? Should we give a few pointers on edifying a few key leaders and then have you guys kind of practice? How you guys feel about that?
Yeah.
Okay. So a few pointers that I'm sure you guys have heard from either me or John or Mike is exactly what I just said, like what was aforementioned. So a little bit about Mike. He believes in people and their ability to create their own reality, right? Therefore, quantum creations. He retired at 22. He's a top author of TradingView, which is a free chart markup platform. He educates thousands of people worldwide. He has the most hours as an educator on a or you could say $250 million educational platform. He doesn't have to teach, but he teaches 17 hours a week. He gives trade ideas to subscribers on said $250 million platform. Well, this was before. I should take that out. He's retired dozens of people, including millennials in Puerto Rico, Colombia, and Ecuador. He's been on TV in Colombia, on national television in Colombia, on the radio in Barcelona. He's bought his parents a house. He is a digital nomad at best. And his goal or his sole purpose is to make sure that people are living their best reality. So those are a few pointers on my boy Mike. If y'all want to meet him, I can connect you.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, guys, what's good? Johnny Caves. What's up? What's up, Ryan? Something that I want to point out too is if you're edifying somebody, that it doesn't always have to be Mike, right? Mike as one person, he can't be on a million calls at once. He can't be doing a call for Marcellus, a call for Stephanie, a call for Jared, a call for Ronzel. He can't be doing that every single day. So sometimes you're going to have to edify somebody else. Most of the time you're going to be working with somebody else. And just because they haven't done so many of these things doesn't mean that there's nothing nice to say about that person. You know, Nancy just went ham for a good 5 minutes up on edifying Mike, right? And that's it. Mike's the easiest person to edify, right? But if you're edifying somebody that you're working with, you know, highlight a few key pointers and just hand it off, right? You know, for example, if I'm going to edify, you know, let's say Aaliyah, right? And I'm going to edify Aaliyah to Marcellus, and I want Marcellus to meet Aaliyah. I'm going to say, what's going on, Marcellus? You know, I want to introduce you to somebody who I've been working with for the past year almost, somebody who I've been really seeing, you know, super progress, and somebody who's taking this super seriously, and in that time has really shown and grown a lot, right? A lot of development. One of the best students that we have on the team. I know that, you know, she's been able to take advantage of the resources accordingly, and I think that you'll be able to get a lot of value out of listening to her. So without further ado, yo, Aaliyah, meet Marcellus. Marcellus, meet Aaliyah. And if you want to re-edify the person as well, like this. Like Aaliyah, also, just so you know, this is Marcellus. This is my boy. One of the funniest people I've ever met in my entire life. Guy has a personality for sure. I have such a good time with him, and I know that he can add massive value to the movement that we're experiencing here. I think that we'll all work well together. And so, without further ado, boom, that's it. Shut up, turn your mic off, and let it ride. Because at that point, you did your job. And I know it sounds so weird. Well, why would I get on a call for 5 minutes when I put this together and then mute my mic? Because the point is to get them in front of somebody else, right? You don't want to always be the person speaking. So without further ado, I'm going to pass it back to Nancy. I just wanted to hop in there and say something.
Those are two really key points. The point of this whole edification purpose, or the purpose of this whole edification class, whatever, is so that we learn how to edify anyone. Tim and Mike cannot do it all. So learn the formula, the secret Krabby Patty formula, and you can edify anyway. You want to edify up, you want to edify down, you want to edify your cross line. Do you know how many times either Cody or Pedro or Brady or Marcellus had edified me to get me on calls? It's all about working together, guys. Again, leverage your way to chairman. You should not be doing all of the work. Work together. So this whole point is, how do I edify? Yeah, Mike is the easiest one to do because we have all these stats and he's done all these great things too. Same thing with Tim. But we just want to get the formula and we want to get to know one another so that we can edify whoever it is that we need to edify. Point being is, remember who you're talking to. Start with why. Why am I going to connect Betsy with Sheila? Because they would hit it off together. They have something in common. Maybe their whys are the same. Right? Like, why would I connect Marcellus with Melanie? Maybe they have the same why. The point being is, know your audience, know who you're talking to, and then choose someone to present them to that you know they're going to relate to. Because a person isn't going to join your business for the business, remember? A person is going to join your business because of you and who you connect them to. So that's why if I have someone that I know is going to hit it off with John or Sheila or Ange or Tim or Mike, I'm going to connect them accordingly. Not just because Mike and Tim are my upline. Right? Like, yeah, it's easy because they know how to do everything, but they can't do everything. So remember that. Use cross-pollination to your advantage. Here, it's a beautiful thing because QC has a mutual unsaid understanding that we all got each other's back. Can I get a yes or a yes?
Yes.
Thank you.
Sure.
So just because Alex isn't on my team doesn't mean I'm not going to help him, right? So if I know someone that's going to relate to Alex, I'm going to be like, yo, I think you'd really hit it off with him. Can you talk to him for a little bit? I'm going to ask Alex for the favor. I'm going to edify the hell out of Alex. And then I'm going to edify the person that I'm presenting Alex to. Just like that. We are QC.
We really are.
All right. So let's get to practicing. How y'all feel?
Feel good.
I think you guys have the opportunity to unmute your mics. Tim, correct me if I'm wrong. But bless you, Renzo. Let's get to some practice. Like, if you guys get this straight, then I'm not saying that you'll never have to do a presentation, but you could just delegate those off. Leverage. And
also step up to the plate as well so that people can edify you. So that you're not always edifying other people. You know, learn how to do a presentation, get edification down and teach it, and then have people edify you so you can run the presentations. Because everybody on here is, most people on here have been here for a while. You guys know the difference between edification and a non-edified call. You know, if somebody was just going to be like, yo, this is Tim, take it away. Okay, sure, I'm going to do my laundry and I'm going to do the dishes like Nancy was saying. But if you edify Tim, then obviously somebody's going to be like, okay, I should definitely listen. And that's what you want people to do for you. If you're having trouble closing people on your calls, it's because the edification is not there. Because tell me why I'm closing 45-year-olds when I look like I'm 12, right? Why is that the case? Because somebody edified me properly, right? Somebody edified me properly, and I have, that respect. I have that professionalism with the person. I've closed a whole family before, in a living room. So how is that possible? Because of the edification. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what you do. Look, this is Aaliyah. She's a master of multiple streams of income. I think that you should definitely connect with her because she can help you manage your money better.
Ooh.
Done.
Savage.
Savage.
Oh, shit.
Just
Done.
like that.
Oh, shit. Let's go.
All right, guys. So I'm glad that we
Yeah.
can have fun and like build each other's empire. This is a beautiful thing. So Cody, have at it. Who do you want to edify? Who are you talking
You're
to?
first.
Let's go. All right, guys. So I want to introduce you to my guy, dude. Like, this dude has 2 jobs. He's working 24/7 to plug into, like, not only what he does to make money, but into this, what, like, he knows what he believes is going to take him into the future. Not a lot of you know him. I mean, well, everybody knows him here, but Ron Zell, this dude has 2 jobs. He's working 24/7 on himself, and yet he still has time to plug in here. Like, what's your excuse?
Ooh.
Like, okay, you go to work, I understand that, but this dude right here, he has 2 jobs. He's working full time, and yet he still has time to plug into this system, which he knows is going to retire himself, and not only that, provide freedom, time freedom, financial freedom for himself, and yet alone his family, his friends. So I would love for you to meet my guy, my boy, Ron Zell.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Dude, that was awesome. However, oh shoot, can you turn that down? A little echo. So you want to know who you're talking to, right? So Cody, if you were talking to, I don't know, let's say Mike's dad, would you call Mike's dad dude? I know the funny thing is that this is your space that you could do things your own way and have your own style to it, and like that's amazing. And I know that John Guaman does this more than anyone. He calls everyone bro. Man. Like he's talking to 500 people and he calls them bro. But I think especially if we wanted to just keep that level of professionalism, I'm not gonna call a girl like sis all the time, or I'm not gonna say like yo bro. We want to keep things at a level of professionalism. But I love it. I felt the passion in that. 100%. Like now I know that Ron Zell works 24/7.
Hell yeah.
Lit. Anyone else want to go?
Yeah, a lot of people want to go.
Cody, really quick. Another thing is the savagery. I personally love it, but you want to make sure that there's no what's your excuse in the middle of edification, because you're starting on the call with that person already being that. So hey, I have a lot of admiration for Ron Zell because he's someone, even working 2 jobs, has been a massive influence to me and has helped guided me into getting into the position I am today. He's someone that, insert adjectives, is inspired, is dedicated, is focused, and he really doesn't make excuses. He doesn't complain about not having enough time. He doesn't complain about not having enough sleep. And him being on this call today is literally a showcase of that. So please pay attention. Please take his time here. See, I instead of giving that other person like a direct, like, oh, what's your excuse? I say little key words to where it's like, he doesn't complain. He doesn't make excuses. He does. I give qualities that I admire. Therefore, that person will not combat me with those excuses themselves.
Yeah, just to piggyback off of that, we never want to use limiting words, or we never want to use the negative of a like sentence. We just like find whatever you want to say and turn it into a positive. So don't use words like only, or I don't know what's another one. Barely. I don't know, just like rephrase things so that it always comes out as a positive, even if what you're trying to say, is like read between the lines kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Okay, Ivana wants to go next.
Go ahead.
Hi, I was put on the spot, but do I just edify anyone?
Yeah.
Like, okay, hold on, let me see what's on this call. Okay. All right, Nancy. I'm gonna edify you to Kevin.
Let's hear it.
All right. Yo, Kevin, I really want to introduce you to Nancy. So get this, not only is Nancy one of the most inspiring women that I know, but she has also been able to travel the world with her best friend in just a short time of 2 years. And not only that, but Nancy is such a go-getter. She always pours her heart and her efforts into her people. I know you two can really relate to that, so I'm gonna have you get on a call with her, and hopefully you guys can connect as much as me and her have.
Yo!
Yes.
That was
Oh.
Sorry,
that was
beautiful.
You
That was
killed it.
beautiful.
That was beautiful.
Yo, wow.
Looks like Kevin's next.
Ooh.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep,
okay.
he is.
Yo, I'm gonna edify my boy over here, Johnny Cave.
Okay.
So, yo, man, it's really great to meet you. I really want to connect you with, someone I've known for such a long time. He has a heart of gold, and he understands these markets from the inside out. He's been able to travel the world, and he's been able to impact South America, Puerto Rico. He's been able to help multiple students reach 5, even 6 figures trading. He's somebody who pours into his people every single day. He's a man of value, and he's someone that I really, really know that you're going to get along with. And I really want you to introduce you to him. So this is my guy, my best friend, my brother, Johnny Caves.
Let's go! Yo. Shaking up with the dude. Shaking up with the guy. Like, yo, it's nice to meet you, man. Johnny, I am that guy.
Wow, that's good, man.
I am that guy.
Hey, I'm coming in unlocked logo here. Sorry, this is not my training. You guys are killing it.
Oh,
But
man.
the best thing to do when someone edifies you is to give it back.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah,
And
for
my
sure.
number one line is I sometimes people can feel at ease when they hear such a powerful edification because they look at you so highly. I love to respond, say I'm on a call with Cody. I'm like, no, Cody, hey man, I'm a normal guy. I promise. I really do appreciate Sheila for everything she said. Sheila, I did this with Marcellus on the opportunity call. I gave it back to Marcellus
Mhm.
and allowed people to know that I'm approachable, right? I don't make the call uncomfortable. They know who I am, but I want them to know that I'm someone that's here to serve too. I'm not just some dude on a pedestal. So always give the edification to the third party and give the edification back to when you just compliment people, right? It just feels good. It just makes everyone feel good. It makes everyone excited. They could be going to this call skeptical. They could be going to this call nervous. They could be going to this call scared. They could be going to this call, they got scammed in the past. Ease the tension, ease the mood, and get people excited about it. Really edificate. The wealthiest people in the world are the best edifiers.
Mhm.
Watch
Yep.
every single event. Who edifies the longest, that's how you know who makes the most money.
Someone good to look at on YouTube is Tom Bilyeu. The beginning of his podcast or whatever they are, it's like 10 minutes of straight edification. So it doesn't have to be that intense, but he is profound in the edification game. So yeah, to piggyback off of what Tim was saying is attitude of gratitude always, all the time. You want to edify up, you want to edify down, you want to edify sideways, back to the person that brought it to you. Yes.
Yes.
Caesar has a question.
What's up, CZ?
I'll have Caesar ask a question. The goal, you're up, my guy. Good to see you on here, my friend. All right, Caesar, here's your.
What's up, guys? How's it going? So, quick question here: is the purpose of this exercise to be able to edify others, so that when the leaders are busy, we can still get the job done by seeking someone else?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too. Just the practice of edification.
Okay, so with that said, we're obviously, it's easy to edify, John, Nancy, Tim, people that we know the story of, but there's other people that we may not know so well. With that said, would it be something to be able to edify ourselves? You see what I'm saying? So for example, like me, I'll edify myself for the simple fact that now someone's got some personal things on me that they can use to edify me. Do you see what I'm saying? So maybe for example, here we go, we do an edification card, right? You got your edification card on you. My boy Ryan's like, hey Caesar, I got somebody I need you to post for me. I have an edification card, take a picture of it. Ryan's got an edification card. He knows what to say about me. Is that something that maybe we can do in the future, or what do y'all think about that?
Yeah, that's super cool. And then something else that we could just do is get to know one another.
Well, right.
Why would the point of creating a relationship is that so you know the good qualities of you, Caesar, and then okay, yo, I got someone. I think Caesar's the guy to plug him in with, right? Like you wouldn't know that until you get to know Caesar. So it's like if you get to know Caesar, then you can edify him.
Also, another thing, you don't want to ever sound scripted either.
Right.
You want it to come naturally. So it's better to not know what to say sometimes than to know exactly what to say and sound scripted. because then people are gonna be like, is Jared Laws actually that important, or did you just read that off of your hand? Like, Jared Laws, this is my boy, Jared Laws, he's been studying for 3.5 months. He's got 5 figures in the trading account, and he's traveled to 13 countries in the past 45 years. Like that doesn't necessarily come off as strong as, like, if I didn't know Jared, which I do know him pretty well, but let's say I didn't know him and I was just like, well, yo, Caesar, this is Jared Laws. He's one of the best students that we have on the team right now. I know that he's gone, head deep into the information. Head deep. I know that's strange, but he's gone. I could use another word, but I won't. He's gone extremely deep into the information. I know that he's going to be able to, help you out with your experience here. Even though he's only been in for about 2 months, he's still been able to. I think his story could be really impactful, whatever the case might be. But yeah, I think that's really important, Caesar. I like that you asked that, because for sure, not everybody's going to be like, I'm not always going to be available. Nancy's not always going to be available. Tim's not always going to be available. But you can edify each other, and that will help you, with anybody. I think this is cool too, because it's not just for business, it's for relationships too. Like, if you had a 30-year experienced doctor and you're introducing him to a 30-year experienced lawyer, you could be like, hey, Sheila, this is Cody. He's been working in the industry for 30 years in his respective field. I think that you could definitely, get some value from speaking with him, because you have such experiences in your field as well. And this also works for edifying your significant other to your parents too. Look, this is my girlfriend, whatever. This is what she's done. This is why I think that you guys will get along, whatever the case might be. It'll help you in more ways than one, than just business, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Just complimenting is important.
I'm going to dive deeper into this, because I've actually had this experience with speaking at different events. I've had people approach me who are openers and are like, I know you, but I don't know you. And my response to that is always, I don't want you talking about my rank, my money, or anything specific. I want you to talk about impact on people. Right now, you have to be able to genuinely say that. And even if they haven't made a massive impact on someone, let's just say, Alexander's brand new, right? Alexander's brand new to the business, but I need him to build a little bit of a relationship for me, because I have an engineer on the call, right? Or a former Marine as well, right? I would be like, hey, Marcellus, I want to introduce you to Alex. I'm actually extremely excited about this call. He's an engineer and a former Marine just like yourself. And this is someone that I have a lot of respect for, not because what he's done, but because he's what he's doing. And it's something that I've seen every single day in him. He really has a big vision to help people. And I've seen that in his day-in-day actions. And so when I think about, who should I introduce people like you to, Alex was the first person that came to my mind. I think he's extremely genuine, extremely sincere, and he's going to be able to answer a lot of the questions that you have that I may not be able to. Alex, so I'm really grateful for you hopping on. It can be generic, right? There doesn't need to be the specifics. The generics are very good too. You want to target the 4 qualities of people, right? There's the money hungry person. There's the person that just wants to that wants to build a legacy. There's a person that just wants to do it for fun and travel. And there's a person who wants to be a part of whatever the 4 colors are, right? You want to tag in those 4 as much as you can. You can do that, and you don't need the specifics. You can literally just talk about those 4 things topic-wise, and it's a perfect edification. And I think sometimes we want to say things that sound so good instead of just talking about how it makes people feel instead. So I'm gonna have Aaliyah go. We'll do another example with Glow. I know we have our call in 15 minutes, so and then I'm gonna mute you, Aaliyah.
What's up?
Okay. Sorry, I was like in the zone with writing my notes. Okay. Let's see.
Hold on.
Let me go through. Oh, okay. So this next woman that I'm actually going to introduce you to, I haven't known her for very long, but she has actually given me the most impact with being in this organization. Not only has she supported me mentally, but she's also supported me physically with my journey throughout trading. She's connected me with some people that have experienced trading within a countless amount of years, definitely been connected with the company, definitely knows the ins and outs of what all we actually have questions about. So any of the questions that you may have concerning trading, concerning building, concerning anything related to what I've already spoken to you about, this is the person that you need to meet. She is a down-to-earth person. I haven't met anyone so chill and so humble and so willing to be impactful to every single person that she meets. So without further ado, please let me introduce you to my rock, my foundation, Miss Sheila Cuevas.
Let's go! Jeez.
Damn.
Jeez. Let's go.
She just went in.
Damn, who's that? Who's Sheila? Okay.
Yo, that was awesome. I
That
think
is so lit.
that was amazing. That was awesome. So I think this would be the part where Sheila says, "Yo, thank you, Aaliyah," and Edify back.
Yes.
I'm tagging you in, girl.
You tag you in. Tagging Sheila in.
All right. Holy shit. I didn't even know who you were talking to up until you said about. Damn, I want to meet that girl. Shit. All right. Okay, so I'm edifying Aaliyah, correct?
Edify back.
Edify back.
Like
Edify
if she just plugged me in with you, you want to bring it back to Aaliyah.
Okay. Well, thank you, Aaliyah, so much for getting us connected. Wait, right? Am I doing it right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Aaliyah, for getting us connected. Honestly, John, this girl has been like, she has so much energy. Every time I'm with her, she just brings the fire into the room and honestly makes me feel like I'm a part of something amazing and huge. And her energy is just on fire. And I'm really pumped that you are, friends with her and that she got us connected, because now we can just have this huge fire together and we can roll together.
Hell yeah, rolling the fire. Let's roll in the fire.
I got some fire too many times, but
yeah.
I like it. I like the passion. I like the passion.
Love that.
And then we get into business. Beautiful. All right, let's hear Glow.
Glow was good.
Yo. Look, so, bro, Cody, I don't even know you, but I'm about to get you right, bro. So, man, I've been seeing I just been attracted to you the whole call, so I'm finna get you right, bro. Tim, I hope you listening. All right, so look, bro. Cody, we have my mentor on the call, bro, and honestly, I just want to let you know that you should feel so humbled and so grateful to be on the phone with this individual, because this is probably one of the most genuine, one of the most humble individuals that I know personally. I've literally known him for over the course of maybe like 5 or 6 months, and I truly feel like we have known each other for years and years and years on out, because we built that type of relationship, bro. This is a person who for sure puts people before profits every single time, bro. Every single time. So I'm not even going to speak on the amount of money that he's made, but I just want to let you know that this is a person that has impacted over 500 lives across the world globally. I'm talking about in 3 different countries, right? I'm talking about a person who literally pours into his people with all that he has, bro. With all that he has. So without further ado, bro, Tim, before I even pass the call over, I want to let you know, bro, I have Cody on the line, bro. This is one of the most hardworking, one of the most dedicated individuals that I know. This is probably one of my closest friends that I know, right? And before I get you all connected, I really wanted to let you all know that when you all connect, I honestly feel that you all are going to be able to impact twice as many people that Tim has been able to impact already alone. So my reason behind hooking you all up is because, bro, Tim, his energy is through the roof. Cody, your energy is through the roof, bro. So I know for 100% fact that when I link you all up, bro, we're going to be able to impact the world, literally. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my phone. I'm going to let you all go ahead and just vibe it out, and then we'll go from there. Sound good, brothers?
Sound good. Let's go.
Let's get it.
777 in the chat.
Yeah, 777.
Cody, after that, man, I'm feeling good. How are you feeling? Right? And he's like, oh, that's my boy. I'm like, he's my boy too, man. But I'm going to let you know, I'm just a normal dude. And honestly, I really do appreciate those kind words. Our business relationship means so much more our personal relationship means so much more to me than our business relationship. And it's something that I've been able to cherish for the past couple of months. And that's why I love doing calls like this, because at the end of the day, we're here to talk about money, but there's 1,000 ways to make money. Do you ever get to do that with your friends?
Damn.
And so that's something that's super cool about this is, you can transfer a very good edification into thought provokingness. Like you can really transfer a conversation, and now Cody feels good. He feels light. He feels like, man, this person is, he just edified me to the person that I'm supposed to be, right? Because remember, edification happens before the call too. Edification is a reminder. You edify the videos, you edify the presenters, you edify the speaker, you edify always. You're always, always, always edifying. That's how you go chairman, leveraging and edifying your way to chairman. But now Cody has been edified to the guy, to the girl, the person who's at the top, right? And Cody now feels good that this person's excited to speak to him, right? So that was a perfect example of an edification and a very good transition to conversation. So back to you, Nancy.
Yeah. Just to touch on that again, like the reason why you also want to edify Cody is that if Glow is speaking so highly and Cody's being connected to Tim, Cody's like, oh shit, that's me. Like, gotta stand up a little bit straighter. Like, gotta sit up, gotta take my notes. This guy thinks that this is me. I mean, he should be, but that's me. Now I gotta act the part, play accordingly. So that was beautiful. Yeah, you want to edify up, you want to edify down, so that both parties are paying attention, they're being their best selves. And then guys, just always be organic, always be yourself, have some fun with it, like get in your own flow. Like we said, we don't want to sound like we're reading from a script. That's the thing about this business, is that people think that, we're reading from scripts and we're selling things because we have to. Like, do we love being here? Are we grateful for this community? So this is just a transfer of energy. I'm so happy and grateful that I could present Ariana to Don. I'm so happy and grateful that I could present my next impactee to Ronzel. Right? That's all this is. So guys, without further ado, let's change some lives.
Let's do it.
All right, guys, in 10 minutes, we got 10 minutes. Get your snacks, get your other notebooks ready, sharpen your pencils, refresh your notes.
Wow.
You gotta sharpen it around here.
You do, yeah, sure.
I love that we can have fun with this, guys. Like, so grateful for this family, truly. So we got 10 minutes for the next wave call. From what I'm hearing, the speaker is the top recruiter organically she's on the leaderboard. I said she. She's on the leaderboard for I Am as a platform. So she is one of the reasons why I Am is going to $1 billion. If I were you, I'd listen up and pay attention, because she's going to take this company whether you're ready or not. And I think that we are all ready to get there. So
that's crazy.
So that's wild, guys. I love you. I appreciate you. After the next wave call, we have some chairman charts at 10 p.m. We are surrounded by abundance. So stay focused. Take some seconds to breathe if you have to, but we're ready to receive, aren't we?
We are.
All right, guys. Catch you next time. Love y'all.